Hello plant lovers, welcome to my channel, Plantifically Wild. Today is video number 2 where I will give you a plant tour of the Plantifically Wild Palace. My name is April Nakini. Here we're going to start. I've had this flower mat for a while. I just watered these guys. It's pretty hot out here. Pretty simple. We have some impatiens and we have some marigolds, and is this another? This is another impatient. It's hard to tell because it's not blooming anymore. And this, oh, I love these little purple flowers down here. Oh, it's so pretty. Wonder if that's in focus. No, but there we go. It is a Uno blue star. Yeah, love that. Well, welcome to the Plantifically Wild Palace. I rent and I have 3 floors. Today is floor number 1. Get ready because it is Plantifically Wild. Where on my channel, you never know what you're going to get. I am going to go through these plants with you, not everyone one by one, but just explain, just talk to you again. We have a piano, but first I want to come over here. I have a friend who gave me this card, about a year ago now. This is "Plants are my soil mates." And I just want to say that for sure they are. Okay, walk with me to the kitchen table. I hope that you can see me. I apologize for any camera work because I am recovering from a concussion and I am light sensitive. Still healing. It's been an 8-month journey. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that right now. But before I do, I just want to let you know I have to do this video in one take because I'm not able or really able to look up how to edit videos and things like that. And I have been listening to some videos and to keep me company, especially in the evenings because I'm not driving and it is just about evening time now. Although in the summer it's so nice because it gets dark later, and then in the winter when this first happened. But my plants have really been my soil mates. They have kept me company. I have kept them company. They have greatly helped me to heal my concussion. I am on a journey. I still have a ways to go. I have something called post-concussive eye syndrome. But before I celebrate with you my new plant and tell you a little bit about how that happened, because it's wild. I mean, talk about Plantifically Wild. It is wild how this happened to me, and I just want you to know this as part of my story. This is video 2. I realized that my first video, I just pulled over to the side of the road. I was gonna practice videoing, and I just used the little phone holder in my car and I hit record, and I just ended up doing a video because it just felt right to start. And I realized in the video that I probably said the word I don't know. If somebody wants to go back and count many times, they can. I'm guessing 40 times, maybe. So today I'm going to play a little game with you. And the game is, I am only going to say the word I was going to say 3 times, but it's been a lifelong habit, especially when I get nervous. How about let's say 5 times? 5 times for the word And what I'm going to do is this. I have pistachios. No rhyme or reason. I just have pistachios. I like them. Oh, here's the cherries, another pint that I just wanted to show you how beautiful they are because that's what I was eating in the car the other day. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I have on my cherry dress. It's my new favorite dress. So what I'm going to do is when I say the word I'm going to put a pistachio into this beautiful rose bowl. Now this rose bowl is one of my favorites. I actually got it at Walmart and it's from Pioneer Woman. So if you like this bowl, it's there. And I'm going to put, every time I say the word but only when I say go, because I know I've said the word already. Please forgive me. I've said the word but only because I'm trying to do the instructions for trying to be clear in this Plantifically Wild house tour. Okay, hang on with me. There will be a house tour. Okay. I'm going to start, you get it. I'm going to start the contest now. We have pistachios, we have the bowl, and starting right now to the end of the video, I only get 5 times to say that word that I just said. Okay, onward and upward. So here is my new plant today. It is the Ponytail Palm. Now, I have a very specific reason for getting this plant. And I'm going to tell you the story before the plant tour, because it's really the whole reason why I have gone from 50 plants last summer to 75 in the fall to now, I don't know, about 230-ish plants. And there's a story to it. But first I want to talk about the Ponytail Palm. So I wrote this little card. I like to label all my plants because, especially recovering from the concussion, it's been kind of hard to remember, you know, what they actually are called. I understand that this plant will get huge. There is an office in town that I go to, and the Ponytail Palm is humongous. It's probably 2.5 feet tall by, I don't know, 1/2 foot wide at least. So we'll see how this goes. But I wrote on this card, this Ponytail Palm likes minimal care. It likes bright, indirect light. I'm to water it deeply but infrequently. And I'm to allow the soil to dry out. And then when I need to repot it, it likes succulent soil. And it's pretty dry right now. If you're new to plant care, how you can tell is you just put your finger in and just feel how dry it feels. So tonight, actually, I am going to water all of my plants because I'm going to do this tour for you, but it is definitely time to water my plants. And I thought I would do that before so they would be more perky, and I thought I would fertilize them and all the good stuff, but I didn't get to it. So instead, I'm recording this video, right? Because the time is now. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and tell you the story of why I got a Ponytail Palm and why I have a healing adventure from a concussion and post-concussive eye syndrome. So I have had some concussions before in the past. I've been in several car accidents with big things like a city bus in Atlanta and a semi-truck in Ohio when I went to go to college, and neither one of those were my fault, but the impact of those have been something that has affected me, you know, in the past. I had to recover for them. And anyway, as I get older, all of this builds up. From what I've learned about concussions is they accumulate, right? And I live in Central Oregon, and I've hit a couple of deer over the past 6 years. So I've had a couple of other car accidents and just some other things here and there and some different kinds of life, head trauma, falls, things like that. So this didn't just happen completely as the weirdest thing, I think, but it's cumulative, okay? But it's also the weirdest thing. So here we go. I'm going to take a drink of my sparkling water. Okay. So it was December 1st of 2025, and I am naming my Ponytail Palm 12/1/25. It's going to have a number. That's its name, 12/1/25. That is the date that I am recovering from. So what happened was I went over to a friend's house, and I've been over at his house for 6 years and quite frequently. And I was sitting in a chair. Now, I'm going to turn this around. Here's my chair at my kitchen table, and my chair is flat, but his chair goes around the top, and it is one of those chairs, here's Ponytail Palm again, from, you know, somewhere around the 1990s or so, and it's a wooden chair that has that rounded wooden back to it, and it has little sharp edges as the chair goes up and around on a curve, right? As I sat in the chair, and then it has spindles that go down. And so it's a very traditional kitchen table chair. No big deal, right? I'm sitting there like I always do. We were actually going to watch a video of a teacher of ours from yoga, and I was excited. I was feeling happy and balanced and excited, but I'd been waiting just a little bit for him to finish up in the kitchen, and no big deal, but he come into the kitchen. It's one of those open floor plants, and I'd been doing a little bit of eating and snacking and things, and preparing to watch the video, to sit a little while. And anyway, he comes in and he just simply says to me, "Nakini, are you ready? Are you ready to watch the video?" And I said, "Yes." And for some odd reason, and this is really odd, it's like a voice came into my head. I don't know, but it's like it just came into my head, and I wasn't pre-planning this or anything, but I announced to him, "Yeah, I'm almost ready. I'm just going to put my hair up in a ponytail." I'm going to put my hair up in a ponytail. That's what I said. Here's the deal. I have really long hair now, and for the last, I don't know, couple years or so, I normally put my hair on the side, no big deal, but I know I'm gonna get to the houseplant tour. I swear, I am. But I just want you to know where I'm coming from first here in this wacky situation here, and the inspiration for the newest plant, the Ponytail Palm. Wow, look at all of these. I have not, oh, wrong way. I have not needed these yet. I'm very proud of myself. Okay, to my knowledge. Anyway, at night, I put my hair up on top of my head. And I do it first thing in the morning. It's just one of these things. Otherwise, I have it to the side, right? And so I said to him, I'm almost ready. I'm just going to put my hair up. And I took my head, and I was in the chair with the high-backed chair behind me, and see if you can guess what happened. Here it goes. I did what I call the ponytail flip, which is where I flip my head down real hard, gathered up all my hair, because I have a lot of hair, and then flipped it back. And when I flipped it back, because I was excited for the video, I was in a hurry, I just flipped it down, flipped it back up, and you can already see my hand. my neck hit the very back of the chair. My neck hit the really curved edge of the chair, and it hit it really, really hard. And this is gonna sound weird, but go with me here, because this is what happened when I hit the back of the chair. I literally heard almost in my head, and I felt this, and it was like an electrical pulse, and it hurt immediately. And I was like in shock almost. And so I hit the back of my neck in what's known as the occiput. And then I have to hold the camera so I won't do it, but imagine there's two lines going up from the back of the head, one on one side and one from the other. And I felt this electrical pulse go from the middle of my neck and split into two. And then the two came down, like the force of the energy came down through my forehead, down my nose, and out both sides of my cheeks. And I just sat there and went, whoa. And then I cried. And he was very compassionate and helped me, and we immediately iced it. And I was not able to look at the video. I was crying and everything, but I was able to listen to it. And I just thought, okay, I hit my neck, I'll be fine, right? So he followed me home. I drove home. It's interesting because when a trauma happens to the body, the full realization of everything that is happening and the effects of that are not exactly something that is known right away. But I did know that I was struggling to, concentrate to drive home. So I drove home and I just rested. And anyway, fast forward, I have a bunch of practitioners. Tomorrow's the acupuncturist. I have a functional chiropractic neurologist. I'm on all these herbs. I'm doing all of this work, eye therapy. The good news is right now I'm not actually looking at a screen. I'm looking at the back of the camera. So I hope you still see me, and I'm light sensitive, so I need sunglasses. And anyway, we've ordered new glasses that are going to have magnets that will have different kinds of lenses. And so I'm excited about that. But it's almost 8 months. It's the end of July. I'm happy to report that I don't have daily headaches. I do have eye pain that comes and goes a few times a week. And when it comes, it's like stabbing in my eyeball. So I have been told by my eye doctor that this will take time, a lot of time. So I need to be patient. I don't even want to say what it is, but if you are a praying kind of person or someone who holds light and energy for healing, please keep me in your thoughts and prayers. So I'm happy to start this channel, and I thought it would be cool to own a ponytail palm. So we do, and I'm going to start the tour of the Plantifically Wild Palace. Again, I have 3 floors. I may be moving in a few months where I'm probably going to downsize, but I want to tell you just what these plants have meant to me. So imagine that it's Christmas time and all your friends and family are out at parties and they're driving at night and they're able to celebrate Christmas with other people and go caroling and things like that. And you are just stuck at home, and it hurts your eyes to look at a screen. It hurts your eyes to read a book, and you can do nothing. Well, I started to basically hyper-focus on my plant care of the plants I already had. And I'm going to start with one right now. And actually in a second. Wow. I don't believe I've needed these at all. Let me know. Let me know at this timestamp if I have said that word that I shall not say. I'm really proud of myself so far. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe I should just put one in just in case. But I'm not going to do that. I don't think I've said it. Okay, so it was a really awful, lonely time. I am an extrovert and I get fed by seeing other people, being in community, going to events, participating out in the world. And it was really hard not to be able to read and not to be able to look at things on a screen. It's 2026 and I just needed to rest, and I was still trying to work. That was hard. I'll talk about that in a little bit, another day maybe. But anyway, I had all I could do to drive. This has affected my eye tracking, and it was really hard when cars would pass me. And when I would sit at a light, I would just pray that it would pass by quickly, because zoom, 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 all the cars, I was nauseous, like constantly. And I had a headache. And as I talked about in the last video, it felt like I had the pressure of bowling balls on my eyeballs. And then it went to pool balls. Now you'd think it would go to ping pong balls, but it didn't. It went to a wet, heavy blanket. And now I just have kind of like a presence, but even when I just looked up, especially in my left eye, there's just this little bit of pain, and some days it actually feels like somebody's stabbing in my eyes, and it's going to get better. I have a lot of help. It's going to get better, and it is. And I'm building community here. I may or may not be able to respond to many comments right now, but I just wanted to get this out, and I want to know, what do plants mean to you? Have they ever helped you? Because over the winter, especially when it got dark at, 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I couldn't drive, and it's cold out, and I am light sensitive, so I couldn't be in places with fluorescent lights. I have a teenager, and he's actually been grocery shopping for me still he's grocery shopping for me. Bless his heart. He does it on budget, and does he like it? No, but he is so helpful. I'm so grateful for him. And so, he's learning a life skill, and he's helping me around the house a lot. All kinds of people are. My friend who I was over at his house has helped me so much. And nature really helps me. It helps calm my nervous system. It helps me to heal, and plants. And when I show you all my plants, I promise I'm going to in just a minute. Thank you for your patience. I want you to feel them, because they right now are my soil mates, like the card said. I have this that I put in a plant, and they have helped me to heal, because I have had a purpose, and I have a purpose, and I have beings, the plants that are depending on me, and I have things to look forward to in the dark of winter and even the dark of spring. And I live in Central Oregon. It doesn't even get warm here until, honestly, third week of June, maybe. And I love warm weather. The plants gave me something to look forward to, whether it be a new leaf, a little brown spot somewhere, or it's grown taller. And I'm able to just basically sit around. I was for months and months and months. It's almost, like I said, 8 months now, and observe the changes. Now, I am someone who, I said that in my first video, I've had plants ever since college, house plants, and grew up helping my dad in the garden. And I'm, as you can guess, an extra sensitive being, and I feel I feel plants. I feel their aliveness. Maybe that'll be another video where I don't say the word But anyway, I feel their aliveness, and all of these plants, they have helped me to feel alive throughout all this. So I hope that this inspires you in some way. If maybe your home, I don't know that the average person dealing with a concussion is watching this, but what I found that was important for me was I could start a video on plant care and I could listen to it, and I would have almost like a friend, somebody on YouTube who would be talking to me, and I would learn about plant care. And then I learned a lot about the plants and could expand in my knowledge and expand in my heart. These plants help me to expand my heart. So here we go. Here is the floor number 1 of the Plantifically Wild Palace. Here we go. I want to start with putting the ponytail palm back. Turn this camera around, and it's as if you're sitting at my kitchen table. A friend gave me this table. I love this table. Okay, we're gonna put the ponytail palm back now. Like I said, it helps me when they all have tags. Now, I have realized that Etsy is beyond my friend. I should probably take it off of my apps. But if I had a good moment, I would just look up a plant and see the least expensive one I could get, the smallest one I could get, and I would get it sometimes. I mean, within budget. And I have not been working very much, so I am on a strict budget, but my joy has been these plants. So this has really served my heart well. So this is one of the plants that I got. It's an anthurium, clarinervium, and I like to put plants in clear pots. I did not know about that before I got more into this. I actually, just like alocasias, I did not even know that anthurium existed. Didn't know it. And as I'm getting better and able to, I am going into the plant stores where I got this today at a local plant store in Bend, and I wear my sunglasses, but if the lighting is not all fluorescent and it's more natural grow lights for the plants, I can mostly do it. And these are funny because these succulents here, I've sat here for months and not known what they are, and then I looked them up. It's funny, I have a jade plant, a couple of them upstairs, but I didn't know this was a variegated jade plant until I looked it up. So here's a trick. If you go to Google and you go up to the right, there's a camera and you can click on it and it'll tell you what it is. So I was able to use my eyeball power that I have today and make a few more tags for this area over here. And oh, I love my salt lamp. It just helps with the energy. And here's the Ponytail Palm's new place in bright indirect light. Now, not all of the tags have instructions on the back because I feel like I have a handle on a lot of them, but some of them do. That was my initial idea, was to put all the information on the back, and some of them have a lot of information, so I didn't end up doing that. I tried, but I had some bad eye days, so I didn't do it. Okay, so here's the tour. This is an anthurium. Here are succulents, the variegated jade plant, the ponytail palm. Here is a tiger aloe plant, and this worm, I've had this worm, this silly worm, since the early 2000s. Yeah, he's pretty special. This was a gift that I had ordered some plants, and one of the Etsy sellers gave me this as a gift. I love it. Okay, so one of my favorite things to do is to pair plants with pots. And a lot of these, like this one right here and things, I got at Goodwill. This pot I've had for a while. This one I did purchase as one of my purchases after I made all my budget and everything for the week. I went and got it, but I try to just be real affordable with my pots, but I love how they match in cool ways. I call it Nakini-fied. April's my birth name. Nakini is my yoga spiritual name, and I call it Nakini-fied. Okay, so this is the Dieffenbachia Camille. I don't know if I'm going to announce what all of these are or just give you an overview. We're already 30 minutes in. I really can't bend over too much. I have to come up. That's actually not good for my head. So I'm gonna come up, but you can see down here, beneath the worm is the pink plant. And okay, these are what I call my begonia babes. So I sit at this table and I get to look at them, the begonia babes. It's almost like the polka dotted babes too. I don't know why they're babes, they just are. Here's my area where I just love to look down at them. Now I do have a plant stand that I was going to build, and then this post-concussive eye situation happened, and I kept thinking I would build it, but I haven't, and that's okay. And for right now, I kind of like them on the floor like this because I really get to see all their polka dottedness. Okay, so this one is a Begonia brevilosa exotica Edinburgh. This one is Cracklin' Rosie. Oh, I just love her. I love Cracklin'. She's really cool. This is a platinum mist. It's a peace lily, and it will let you know when it needs watered because it will like droop down, and then you water it and it'll perk back up. Here is just the normal peace lily that I have had. Here is an air plant, and he's in this little monster-eyed thing. Air plants need about, this one in particular needs about once every 2 weeks to just sit for about 20 minutes in a little jar of water, and then it rehydrates. And it's interesting because they get their moisture from the air. This is a, oh, what is this? Oh, a money tree. It's a money tree. And I love the slug because we went to the redwoods. It's one of my favorite places to go out here in the Pacific Northwest. And I just love anything with flowers, anything and everything actually with flowers. I really just need them in my life. Okay, so back to the begonias. We have, this is a black forest one right here. I have them on these little rocks, but it's so hot out and I don't have air conditioning here. I do have one for the upstairs. It's a window unit. I just got it, so I'm hoping to have help to put it in. And I just open the windows when I can, but right now the windows are closed and the fan is off so that you can hear me. So this is called Black Forest. It is a Begonia maculata. This is cool. This is a, what is it? White ice? Let's see. Silver spot. It's a silver spot. And this one is a pink spot. But what's interesting is it isn't very pink. When I do my plant tour, my house tour coming up for floor number 2, in my plant room, you will see that I have some pinker begonia pink spots that are pinker. I really don't know what makes them pink, but right here, this gets soft, bright, indirect light for most of the day because it's in between the 2 windows, and they're very happy here. It's just that they're not very bright pink. So we'll see about that. This is the plant that I got when my son turned 16, and I just am in love with these spots. I just love them. So this is a Begonia maculata. It's otherwise known as an angel wing plant because it looks like, like they're angel wings. I could use more angel energy in my life. It's leaning a little bit. And I also like how the back sides of them have some burgundy to them. I just think these begonias are incredible. Okay, this was a cutting from a plant store that I restarted. This is a white ice. That's why I was confused. This is a white ice and this is a silver spot. They look the same to me. Are they the same name? Do you know? If so, put it in the comments for me. The Dieffenbachia, this was a Camille. I'll try to go slow through here. This is a Dieffenbachia reflector, and the cool thing is this is a different, shape and vibrancy than this Dieffenbachia reflector. I didn't expect that, but somehow I ended up with two, so here we are. I just love the spots. So these are the polka dotted ones, really, and the begonia babes. And these do need to be watered about once every 5 days in the summer, maybe about once a week in the winter. And they do like to stay moist. And as I said, everybody needs water. They do. And this is fun. This is a Coleus, and let's see what kind. It's a fishnet stocking Coleus. And typically these would be outside, but I have been keeping these inside and they're really fun. This one is a Coleus, but it's called a Color Blaze Wicked Witch. And these two are fake, by the way. But a friend gave me those, so I love them. Wow, okay. I'm starting to get a little dizzy looking at the screen. So I'm not gonna look at the screen, but I'm going to just give you an overview here. Because I was bending down a lot. Ooh, okay, that's good information. So this is a variegated Hoya Carey in this little frog container. And as we go along, there will be certain stories about certain containers. Oh my gosh, I forgot the coolest thing. This plant right here, coolest thing, right? I'm sure you know it. It is a cactus, a Christmas cactus. Now what's cool about this is that, well, at the time he was my boyfriend and then became my parent to my child, and we had a child together, and then we moved across the country and we are co-parents, but this Christmas cactus he gave to me in 2008, and I've kept it alive and moved it across the country. So this is not my oldest plant that I have, but it is one of them. Okay. So moving on, as we did the frog with the Hoya, and the thing about these are I hear that they are going to die. Like they just will. You enjoy them for a while, these hearts, and then they die. I guess any plant does, but specifically it's different. So we'll see. I've had this one for probably 11 months now, so we'll see. Okay, this one's super cool. This is I don't know how to say it, but let's say it as a Gymnocalcium cristata crested succulent. Sounds amazing. It actually reminds me of the little inchworms from the 70s that I grew up with when I was a child. I am Gen X, so anybody over 50 out there, I'm Gen X. You might remember the little inchworm things that you got on that were all crinkled up together and they were plastic, and you got to move them with your body if you were in preschool or something. And that's what this reminds me of. I don't know, it's just silly. I like it. And I love how the yellow goes with it. Look at the frog. Okay, that's kind of how I feel right now. Okay, moving along. This plant here, this cactus a friend got for me, or not got for me, the friend they were a couple and they were moving to a different country, and they lived a few hours from us. And what year did I get that? Probably 2015. So this is another plant that I've had for a while. It is getting little pups. They're called pups, they're babies. And I did not know this. And again, I looked it up today. It is called the penis cactus. I didn't know that. I just enjoyed it for all these years and didn't know. A friend gave me this. Kind of peaceful. Oh, and a friend, I've had this stained glass for years, but a friend moved across the country and let me borrow it for a while. And yeah, a while has turned into over a decade. Love the dragonflies. Okay, here we are. This is a Sansevieria fernwood. Love the fun cup that it's in. Oh, I've had this for years in this pot. I recently put it up in this white one so that it looks a little better and is easier. It's hard to, I'm wondering about how long these will stay here because the chair is right here. And yes, this is the Friends pillow. Pretty funny. Anyway, this is, I don't know why, I'm just not that interested in what the little succulents are called. So I'm going to skip over them right now, except this is a fairy washboard. This is a starfish snake plant, and this is a Echeveria agavoides. This is grown. This one is grown. Ooh, this one though is getting kind of leggy, so I think it needs more sun. But anyway, yes, this is what's going on here. It looks a little like it's falling over. This is my Dieffenbachia, and a little lopsided here. I got this when, it's the Dieffenbachia Amy, and I got this when our cat died. He was 14 and he died the day before Thanksgiving, right before this had all happened. When I hit my neck, and the cool thing was I had just had a week of grieving and I was feeling better, and then this happened, but such is life, right? Yeah, it says on my calendar, I think I'm gonna walk over there right now. Oh, and I love, yes, I have flowers on the rugs. The calendar says every flower must grow through dirt, July 2026. So I am a flower and I'm growing through dirt. And sometimes it's messy, as we all are, right? We're all on this journey and we're all growing. So back to the plants. So this was for my beloved bucket. There were a couple other things that I got for him, and I will share those later in another plant tour. This is a Syngonium milk. Oh, I didn't even know Syngoniums existed either. It's a milk confetti, and it's got these little tiny confetti dots, and it's doing really well. And this is a black velvet alocasia. It's really leaning toward the light though, but it's just real pillowy and soft looking. I just love it. This is a Philodendron Brazil, doing well. Climbing up here. It could use a little, it's a little leggy actually, so, you know. I say it's doing well at my own judgment here. These are called Phytonias, otherwise known as nerve plants. And the reason I have two is because I tend to kill them. But so far, knock on the table, I have not killed either one of these. I did kill one, and so I just wanted to try it. They really like to remain moist, but not waterlogged. And again, they're ready for a drink. You can see how dry this guy is. This is a Jade Pothos. Some of these I got as cuttings that were really tiny little cuttings. And this plant is interesting. I'm not sure what all it's gonna do. I'm waiting to see. It's a very slow grower, but it's the Trebuli Pothos. Here's another spider plant. I have a lot of these throughout the house. It definitely needs some water. See, this is where I can feel it. It feels a little droopy, and I know that the soil is dry because I can feel it. It's actually pretty crispy. So yes, yes. Okay, now we are getting to my birthday plant. And this was given to me by a friend, and I have named her Annie. But what she really is a flowering white anthurium. And then this, so she's an awesome, beautiful plant. And I hope she doesn't get too jealous, but she knows. She knows that this is my most favorite plant ever. This is the Alocasia mitchellitziana, and I named her Ariana, the Alocasia mitchellitziana, because she rhymes, and I have a little heart there. I actually have a plantific surprise about her. So once I introduce y'all to the Plantifically Wild Palace, all 3 floors, plus the plant room, then I will talk about Ariana, and I will do a poem for her that I've done. And oh, I just told you the surprise. Okay, so the plantific surprise is I wrote a poem for her, but I got her the week of Valentine's Day. Okay. And I just love how this pot is. Now, she used to just sit at the table. This is some artwork from a yoga teacher, my guru, actually, Ma. And I think I need a drink again. Sparkling water. This looks velvety, but it's a little different than than this one, the black velvet. Look at the light coming in here. I just love to sit and observe light. I have a photography background. You wouldn't know it from my video skills right now, but I'm going to get better at that. But anyway, I just love, love, love the deep green, the veins, everything about it. Okay, moving on. This is a red anthurium. Hasn't bloomed in a little while. I hear there's a trick to that. I don't know what that is. This is a ZZ plant. I have several of those. This is actually doing pretty well over the winter. It wasn't having any new growth, but it's a velvet leaf philodendron. It is now. And here is also a philodendron, and it's a cutting from a friend's. And excuse me. This is a Alocasia, and it is a silver dragon. And it's interesting because it seems to be doing really well with the new growth, and then it gets this on a leaf. And then eventually it drops one, and then it gets a new leaf. So here is a Milky Way. This is I won't even read it. I'll just let you read it. That's what that is. Here's a baby rubber plant, Aglaonema. This is a Maria. Here's some pothos down here. And this is a Harlequin mandula. And here is a neon pothos. Got a little bit of dirt down there. Here is a snow queen pothos, a snake plant. I was never really into snake plants until I realized how easy they are. This is an Aglaonema cutlass. It's gonna go into a different pot, but it's not quite ready yet. This plant here, okay, I really like the small one. Like it when they're small, baby rubber plant. But as it gets bigger, this one at least, bigger and kind of leggy, I don't know, I might sell this one or give it away. This is the Aglaonema red Siam is what it's called. And I love that it's in a strawberry planter. This one I've had for some years, a dwarf umbrella tree. It's growing out. Ah, yes. Alocasia. I really like alocasias right now. And this is in the same soil that it came in, but if we walk over here, this is in Molly's aeroid mix, a chunky mix that holds and retains enough moisture but doesn't get them waterlogged. This one's not in it either, but oh yeah, it is. It is. I potted that. It is. Okay. But this poly here is not, and it's ready for an up pot soon. And this, I have had this plant for years, and it really likes this spot. I probably should divide it into two, but it's a parlor palm. And occasionally I'll just turn it around in different ways. And this guy in here, I just love the name, Lemon Meringue Pothos. It came as a little tiny baby, probably in February or something. Little tiny baby. I got a bunch of little cuttings. Okay, so here is the Philodendron Paraíso Verde coming along. This is my second attempt at the Aglaonema White Rain. I really like it, but I killed the other one. The good news about Aglaonema is, and again, I didn't even know this existed, as I guess it's a genus of plants is what you call it, but I didn't know it existed, but you know, like with alocasia and anthuriums, but the Aglaonemas, they're really cool because you can restart them. So this one had a problem and I restarted it, and it's the Aglaonema Red King, and it's coming along. This came in an order. Oh, I love this little Holly Hobby type pot that I found. It is a donkey tail succulent, and this was from a friend, and it seems to be doing okay. It's a peperomia, a rippled Chinese money plant. Cool. This one is struggling. I'll probably send it to a better home. I restarted it. This is I'll just put it there, but it's the Palea pubescent silver cloud. And I really like how it goes with the pot. It's getting kind of dark out. I don't know if you can see, but it's not really doing much for me. So I think if and when I move, that'll be one that I'll get rid of. Oh, wow. I like this ficus. This is a dosheri. Pretty cool. It's really growing. Because it was really tiny again. It was like this tiny. This also was tiny. It had two little leaves. This is the Alocasia Jacqueline. And these leaves could get bigger, huge. But we'll see how that goes. I think this is cool. This kind of has the the feel of, I've never felt a dragon, but if I could feel a dragon or a dinosaur, this is what it would feel like to me. And yeah, so I don't think I've said the word, but in case I did, because I probably did, and I feel like I'm not as focused, I'm gonna put one in. Okay, it's a 53-minute, 47-second mark, and let's see if I actually did say it. I don't know. I'm getting hungry. So, oh, I'll talk about the different planters I have at some point. Here's a little succulent. I don't know what it's called. I forget. Okay, we are just about finished with the plant tour downstairs, and this is another money tree. This one is braided and it seems to be doing pretty well. Money trees I tend to kill eventually, and then they get really leggy, like over there. Oh, I want you to see my stained glass. Too bad the sun isn't coming through, but I actually made this. You can tell. I was really into stained glass back in the early 2000s, and I made this, and this is one that I still have. And it hung in the window of a family member who has now passed away. I gave it to her, and I'm so happy to have it. It just Reminds me of my aunt. And then coming from the money tree, ooh, we have calatheas, or otherwise known as calatheas. I like to say calatheas. It's about ready to start to shut down for the night. It's sensing that the light has changed. These calatheas are known as prayer plants, and they are actually like the praying hands that come together and then shut down at night. And so I've managed to keep these alive. That'll be in another care video. If you know about calatheas, you know. But I'm amazed this is still going. I do like these stripes. This is the pink pinstripe, and this is the medallion. And here's a blue star fern, and I just love the vase that it's in. I just repotted this guy with something that I had. This is a watermelon peperomia. Here is a sickle fern. Ferns and I don't always get along, but for whatever reason, this one is. Here is an orchid. It's doing pretty well. Repotted about 6 months ago into that pot. It really likes it. It's not blooming right now. Here is, I got this plant at a yard sale. I don't know the exact kind, but I'm thinking that it's an alocasia elephant ear, and it just keeps having leaves, and it's going to get huge because they grow in Florida and tropical places like that, and they just get huge. So I'm excited for that. I really just love how green it is, and I like how they're heart-shaped kind of. And then I am not much of a moss pool gal at all. Don't want to do it. But these support poles have been working. I do believe that this would be a project that I do. You know, I could put them on taller poles, but this is a little wild here. But anyway, this, I'm loving it, and I love the orange as you walk in. It is the Philodendron Florida Ghost, and this is a mini monstera, the Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. Just like to say that. A little fenestrations there. And then this is another Aglaonema, and this is the Aglaonema Silver Moon. Love that leaf. Now, I wish I could paint, and I can, but what I paint looks like things like this. This is with watercolor, actually. I cannot actually paint a leaf quite like this, but maybe we'll try. I don't know. And here are my Alocasia Mitchelliciana pillows. I got them on Etsy. I want to say that this is a birthday present to myself when I got this bench for when we take off our shoes and stuff more in the winter. And anyway, I think it's called Just Pillows, but it's on Etsy. If you look up, you know, plant-shaped pillows, they have all kinds. And then here is another ZZ plant. Just really like how that's in that pot there. ZZ plants don't need much light, and there's not a lot of light that comes from this window because of the trees outside. And then this is a golden pothos that I restarted from another one of mine, and it's gonna trail down. I love these hearts, and there's no real closet here, so we have these cubbies to put things in, and of course my roller skates, but I have to wait till I get better to roller skate. And then this, we are almost finished. Thank you so much for hanging with me. Anyway, how are we doing, Plantifically Wild ones? How are we doing? Thank you for joining me. I look forward to getting to know you. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Please send me a comment about your plant journey. If you're healing from anything, if any of the plants today have inspired you to get some, let me know in the comments. Okay, thanks. This is a Swedish ivy plant, and it's actually doing really, really well. I've had this for probably 10 years and it really loves this place right here. I've managed to kill them. So I think the trick is not to water them very much and just let them have bright and direct light. And then this is another one, this whole Palea situation, or Palea, I'm going to say. This Moon Valley Friendship plant sounded like a great idea. And I restarted this one as well. And it's hanging on, but it needs watered and, you know, to be a little more vibrant, but it's hanging on. I'm impressed. These are just little Callan clothes, and I love the little pots that they're in. This one's not doing so well. I don't know, or maybe you call them calanchis, Callan-clow. I call them Callan-clow, but they have these little flowers and they just lost their flowers, and they don't last very long for me. It's, you know, we all have our plants that don't do the best long term, and this is definitely one of them, but I love the little cups they're in. And then here is a tiger tooth aloe. Okay, so now we're going to move up the stairs. We are not going to do the second floor on this houseplant tour because we have been at this for a while now, but I love the chicken. Here are my golden pothos, and I love it when I come down the stairs and see them trailing down and going up. Love that. Okay, so as we come down the stairs, we can see the plants. And then there's one over here by the angel and the piano. And yeah, some artwork. Oh yes, we have a, oh, nope, can't show that, but we have a rotary phone. Anyway, and something fun to see because I go by April and Nakini. Oh, and you can see me. Hello, hello. Is this caricature of April with a camera, and then Nakini. Love that. And then this is something that I have today. I will choose joy, and I have little flower clips. So I thought that would be fun to show you. And then we are coming back around. We are almost finished with our plant tour. Everybody wave to Ariana, the Alocasia Mitsilichiana. Love her. I get to rotate her a lot. Okay, here's some plants. This is kind of my rehab area right here because it's right by the kitchen sink. So this is an Alocasia odora variegata. I repotted it. It seems to have roots, so I hope it comes back. We shall see. Here's one of those white ices or silver spots that fell off my plants, and I'm just trying to root it. So snake plants, I have a moonshine snake plant upstairs, and I am under the impression that if you cut it like this in a jar of water that it will root up. Okay, so I'm sad about this. This is my Alocasia scalprum. Now the good news is it has a new leaf, and it kind of looks leathery, right? But for some reason, these three are going, and I just think that that's what it's gonna do. This was so vibrant a few days ago. The whole thing was very vibrant, but not right now. So I don't know. It's just like life. You gotta just roll with it, right? And let it be. Okay, here is an Alocasia Maharani. There you go, you can see it. It's kind of pillowy, like it. And then another orchid that's already bloomed. And then over here we have this Anthurium warocreanum queen, of which I don't know how well it's doing. This leaf here is good. Let me pull it out. Good meaning it's got its point. It gets pretty long and pretty big, but these guys, not so much. But you know what? I got it again when it was like about this big. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I put it in something called tree fern fiber, so I'm hoping that that will help it. Okay, we're gonna put it back. And of course, when one does dishes, one has to have flowers to dry them off on. Ha 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 ha. And what else? This is a little starter of a peperomia hope plant that has roots. Yeah. And a few more snake plants that I'm trying. And last but not least, this philodendron glorious. So every time I say the word glorious, I think of a song, but I'm not gonna tell you what that song is now. Okay, well, I think I'm hungry and ready for some cherries. Now, yes, some cherries. I hope that you've enjoyed this plant tour. It's hot in here. I'm tired. I need to open up the windows and put on the fan. Whew. So if I look a little warm, it is warm in here, but I'm so happy it's summer. I'm a summertime person. What seasons do you guys like? Do you love summer? Do you love winter? What do you like? My favorite season is summer. And oh gosh, right now I'm sad because I typically would be paddling. I like to kayak and paddleboard, go out to the lakes, but I can only drive up to 45 miles an hour and for about 15 minutes. So I'm not going up to any lakes up in elevation or anything like that. So anyway, not eye tracking the water. We'll just stick with where we're at. So we have the plants. And I don't think that I actually need to put any of these pistachios into this rose bowl. I do have one. Ooh, it just fell out. That's just because I think I may have said that word but I don't know. Let me know what you think if I did. Well, I am signing off right now and I'm going to say goodbye and I'm going to pan this camera around. Oh, did you see my daffodil clock? Yes. Oh, it is getting to be the evening time. No wonder I'm so hungry. I'm going to pan on this heart and stay in your hearts, everyone. Let the plants be part of your heart and share your heart with your plants. Let them know how much they are loved. And please like and subscribe to my channel because you are loved and I'm so happy you're here. And stay plantifically wild. Have a great night. Thank you.